Hey, YouTube. Well, I'm glad I was right. And I believe that this is going to prove to be what I thought it was initially. This thing with Morgan Freeman. So Morgan Freeman now has had his attorneys file a 10-page letter with CNN telling them he wants a retraction and an apology. And I am 100% behind him. Of course, all details are not known yet, but it looks like this. At first, on my last video about this, I said there was probably the product of ambulance chasers or lawyers trying to get money. There was no demand for money, but they could cause damage to this man's career, right? By mixing him up with this Me Too shit. So now I'm changing it. I don't think it was lawyers. I'm convinced that it was all because of this woman named, what was her name? Is it Cleo Malaz? Some strange. Cleo Malaz, this reporter. She's a reporter covering Morgan Freeman, and he just happens to hit on her. Who would be the last person you would hit on? Who would be the last person you would hit on if you were some kind of pervert? Tell me, you guys. Guess. Where's my head going? Who would be the last person? The last person would be a reporter from CNN News. You don't want to do shit in front of CNN reporter. That would be you will be on your very best behavior. But this woman, in her ambition, has went and maligned this man's character and cost him money because somebody already did pull out. I think he had a lucrative deal with some advertising thing. But this girl, and CNN hasn't fired her. Now, this is what pissed me off about CNN. Because I like CNN. I watch them every day. Or for the moment, my mood may change. I have watched them every day. What pissed me off about CNN is when she originally took them the story, they didn't pursue the case, right? They didn't think there was anything there. Yet, when he asked for a letter demanding retraction and an apology, first thing they say is they're standing by the story. If you thought you had a story, why didn't you pursue it in the first damn place? See, I don't like that. Now, I know this stuff comes down to law. They got to watch, each side has to watch what they say because it could be used against them. I understand that, but I'm not buying this. So from the beginning, the story seemed fishy to me, mainly because there was no abuse from what I could see. It was just him making an inappropriate comment. But I'm not even convinced that is even the truth, because when they replayed these two clips that she used, this reporter, Miss Cleo, she used two video clips to support these allegations, right? Quiet. The first one is what she found so, I'm insulted. I've never. Jimmy, stop. She was so insulted by when he said, I like to be there. Now, they showed us more of the clip today. I saw this morning. And this guy, Michael Caine, had made a comment about where he stands with complimenting women who are pregnant, because he complimented a woman and she actually was not pregnant. He was very embarrassed. So he doesn't do that, something like that. And Morgan Freeman said behind him, I wish I was there. That just means I wish I was at that point in my life. I wish I was there. I had that understanding. To me, I don't see, okay, what is this woman saying? She's sitting up there 7 months pregnant. He's going to say to her, if he wants to make a sexual comment to her, to this CNN reporter, which he knows she's going to report whatever he says, and you got witnesses on both sides, in the middle, all over the camera people, everybody's there. What he says was, I wish I was there. Now, how in the hell is that sexual? I wish I was where? In there where your baby is? I wish you was where? Is she saying that she wishes he was there when the baby was conceived? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I'm glad they broke it down to me. And I got to start thinking more. Because that line in itself has anything to do with sex. So if she is so She was so offended by that statement. This speaks to this woman's character. How are you going to go and try to ruin this man's career? Because you know careers have been falling left and right behind these allegations of inappropriate sexual behavior, right? She knows the damage she could do. She was more concerned with getting her story out. This is probably the first time she's even appeared in front of the camera because I've never seen her before. Chasing the story. She done made up a story. Okay, that's clip number one. She only showed 2 clips on when they showed it this week, earlier this week, right? The second one was of this black woman, right? Her name is Tyra Martin. Now, they showed Tyra Martin and him on a set. I don't remember what their statements were. What's it? Anyway, they were flirting with each other. She was giddy. She was laughing. He was laughing. If they were saying anything to each other, it was an interaction. I didn't see anybody being abused there. So I thought that was strange that they would use that, because usually if you're going to tell a story like that, you're going to use your best evidence. You're going to put that up front. So if the best she has is these 2 clips, this woman needs to be fired. She needs to be fired. She's created this story and threatened to ruin this man's career. Now, if race is an issue, I have no idea. Maybe she don't. Why are you attacking this prestigious black actor? I don't know. Does she have a contempt for him because he's black? I'm not suggesting that she does or doesn't, but I believe she wanted a story, and she made it up. This girl, they talked to her this morning. I saw on several interviews, and she said that she wasn't being harassed. I don't even know where the harassment allegation came from. I didn't feel any way uncomfortable about that. So how's this other woman going to take and put it on her that she's being harassed? They were giddy, laughing at each other. So good for you, Morgan. Morgan Freeman. You stand up for this. And yeah, we need to break the back of this Me Too stuff. Now, ladies, I'm still with you. I'm still with you. If anybody putting their hands on you, I'm still with you if people are mistreating you. Still with you. But as far as bullshit cases like this and then causing damage to these people's careers, I think it is dead wrong. And I believe in this case, unless they got some other, I don't know why they would have a better tape and then use these 2 bullshit ones. But I think it's going to be more is going to be revealed here. And if CNN, now which ones do I watch on there? I'm really just down with Anderson Cooper, but Anderson Cooper sometimes, yeah, that's the main one that I watch. Don Lemon as well, but mostly it's Anderson Cooper. Anyway, somebody in that company, somebody that has a show on that program needs to take up the side of what is right. There's nobody been asking for any money so far, but the man has every right to demand a retraction and an apology. I don't think it's unreasonable at all. He's got to still pay his attorneys and all that kind of stuff. But he don't want anything from them. Retraction and apology. And I believe that he is right. And I think the rest of us should take this as a teaching moment. Do not come here with these flimsy ass stories. I don't know how it got past all of the editorial board at CNN. Because remember now, they told them that we don't think we had a story there. She pressed forward. That woman needs to be let go, in my opinion. In my opinion. Sure, it should be an investigation. See who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie. But I believe Morgan Freeman. And plus, I don't believe he's really accused of that much. What he might consider a compliment. Oh, I'm so offended. Girl, you offended because I said, I wish I was there. He's talking to somebody else. Well, you think wish he was there in your stomach? That never did make any goddamn sense. You created that to create yourself a story. A story. And you sacrifice that man's his income, his livelihood for that. CNN, don't just jump out in the water saying she's innocent. We stand by the story. That's bullshit. You haven't even investigated it. It's time for you to step up and do what's right. You should do what's right while all this man is asking for retraction and apology. It wouldn't hurt you at all, wouldn't hurt your network at all to say, listen, this is an overzealous reporter. We apologize for rushing the story. We should have investigated the story thoroughly instead of just putting this woman before a camera with these two bogus-ass clips manipulating us to believe that something inappropriate was done. That's the way I feel about it. I feel very strongly about it. When Morgan Freeman denies this, he denies it with confidence. It ain't like these freaks that have been, you know, having sex with people and all this kind of weird shit. I believe him. All right, people. Happy Saturday.